My name is Jake Lloyd, and I am a lifelong pro wrestling fan.
And I'm Alexandra Hoy, brand new to the wonderful world of pro wrestling, and I have decades worth of characters and stories to catch up on.
And so this is her crash course in WWE history by way of the iconic Royal Rumble match.
It's me, you, and 30 other men.
Hello and welcome back to our program.
I cannot say W's, like sounds with the word W.
Wait, what? Why are you saying this? This is very random.
In the intro.
What do you say in the intro?
World Wrestling. What do I say?
The wonderful world.
The wonderful world.
You can't say, what's my favorite word that you say?
For some reason, the word wolf, I often will just say woof.
Yeah, you really, by the way, you very, like...
I have to really focus on enunciating. I'm like, wolf.
I wish they could have seen your face both of those times that you've just pronounced it, because you were like doing everything that you possibly can. And it should be known that we often call the pod dog #Campfire Jones a little wolf.
Yeah, he's a little wolf.
And you also called me Wolfie as like a nickname.
Wolfie.
And all of those you have just said now with very good L's. Not usually the case. Wolfie. Anyways, what the hell are we talking about? Well, listen, we just watched a dumb fucking cat or whatever that stupid video is.
It's on YouTube. The song is called Stupid Fucking Cat.
Stupid Fucking Cat.
It is a masterpiece.
So now we're in the mood. We're talking about dialects. We're talking about stupid fucking cats.
But speaking of alliteration or whatever, Royal Rumble.
Wow. Well, good. Whoa, nice that. Well done. You brought everything back home.
I'm having a smoothie right now, so my brain is really like all the synapses are firing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm on all cylinders. Is that a phrase?
Yeah, you're firing on all cylinders.
I'm firing on all cylinders.
Oh, good.
I know cars. I know wrestling.
It's about time. It took us 5 episodes, and you're finally firing on all cylinders.
How fucking dare you?
Oh, gauntlet, bitch! Smack. Speaking of gauntlets and smacks, what are we doing? Why are we here?
We're here, Jake Lloyd, to watch a Royal Rumble.
We're gonna watch a Royal Rumble match.
And for those just tuning in, what the fuck is a Royal Rumble?
Well, if you somehow found this podcast and decided to start on episode 5 and also don't know what a Royal Rumble is, then you're very brave. Thank you so much for tuning into this bizarre podcast for no reason. But with that said, the Royal Rumble match is the biggest match of the year within WWE, in which 30 wrestlers compete all in one match. The way it works is 2 men start the match, and every 2 minutes or so, sometimes it's 90 seconds, sometimes it varies, every 2 minutes or so, another wrestler joins into the mayhem. Wrestlers are eliminated from the match when they're thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, and the last man standing is declared the winner and is usually given a championship title match at WrestleMania. Not always, but usually. And so what we are going to do on this program is pick a random Royal Rumble match out of a jar. The Jar O' Rumbles.
The Jar O' Rumbles. You might have seen it on our little Dragon Wagon shop.
Yes. Oh, we'll get there. And we are going to watch that random Royal Rumble in real time, right alongside you, if you are indeed into that sort of thing.
Come play with us.
Now, before we get into picking the Rumble this week, I just want to throw some love out there into the world. We recorded a bunch up front, and this is actually the first time we've recorded in quite a few weeks. I want to send some love to anybody who's given us those Apple reviews. Thank you so much. Tony Griggs, Gerard MS, thank you so much. Please throw reviews down at Apple Podcasts. Also, shout out to Katie First Lady on Twitter. I hope you're still listening, Katie First Lady. Right after our first or second episode, Katie First Lady mentioned that on the WWE Network, there is just the Royal Rumble match collection. So they just simply have each of the Royal Rumble matches in a collection. And she was like, so you guys can just use that. I appreciate that tip. I think we are still actually going to use the actual pay-per-view to watch the Rumble for a few reasons. One, I like to sort of get a feel for what that year's pay-per-view looked like.
Jake's a control freak, okay?
All right. Well, that's not really the angle I was going with this. But I know, I feel like I like getting the whole experience, seeing what else was on that card, doing a quick little skimming through, also seeing the logo for that specific pay-per-view. So I think that I like to really give Alexandra as much of the experience as I can, which is why we're not using that. But if you're listening to this, maybe you want to test out just using the collection on the WWE Network instead of scrolling to the pay-per-view. If when we start it and you start at the same time, it still lines up, then maybe that is a viable thing. I'm also not sure if the chapter mark that we're using lines up with where they would start the match.
Right.
And it might, but I'm not sure. So
I mean, you might be off by a hair, but it's probably fine.
Sure. But I just wanted to thank you very much, Katie First Lady, for bringing that to our attention. And,
Madame.
If you generally, you want to give that a shot, or you think that's easier, then by all means go for it. Listen to the show how you want to listen. Watch how you want to watch.
Or don't, and then just listen along with us.
Right.
And we'll describe it for you.
Sure. And last, I also want to just give shout outs to everybody who's been interacting on Twitter. Thank you so much. Tom Hader, who, after I think it was episode 2, reminded me, when I say reminded me, I mean told me for the first time, that the Sultan, I'm not sure if you remember the Sultan, he was the guy that had the big ponytail and like a weird mask. The Sultan is actually Rikishi. Also Fatu, who you loved in the 94. I can't remember which one that you loved Fatu in, but
I think it was 97.
Where you were like, oh, he's cute, and apparently you had a thing for little Uso Daddy. But I never knew that the Sultan was
Uso
Rikishi.
Daddy.
Uso Daddy. But
Uso Daddy.
Yeah, thanks anybody who's been throwing all the corrections. Like I said, I'm not the ultimate historian.
No.
And it's super fun watching some of these old ones and being like, I kind of remember this dude. But keep throwing those corrections at me. I want anytime that you're screaming at your headset
Jake,
or whatever.
It was blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and you're going, how do you not remember this? Then I really enjoy that.
Please educate Jake as he educates me so that I get a very well-rounded education, please.
Yes. And the last thing I want to talk about before we dive into this week's Rumble is shirts. We got shirts in the shop.
I thought you said sharts. I was like, I'm not ready for that.
Shirts. Last thing I want to talk about is what happens when you think it's just gas. No, that's inappropriate. Speaking of Rikishi, yeah, that's an insider for those of you who know.
I don't know what that means.
So... we have shirts I totally lost my train of thought there because I started thinking about Rikishi blowing gas before.
What Jake is trying to say is that we have really baller t-shirts in the new Dragon Wagon shop. They're so nice because Jake is lovely and an artist among his many talents and designed a beautiful t-shirt.
Yeah, you can get a shirt with an artist rendering of the glorious Jar O' Rumbles.
Of our Jar O' Rumbles.
I love that shirt. It's just
it's actually a very accurate
depiction.
Yes.
So yeah, please, if you're enjoying the show and you want to show your support, head over to the shop, pick up a shirt. It helps us keep the lights on, pay for hosting fees, all that good stuff associated with doing a podcast.
Plus, the shirts are super dope. They're really nice.
Yeah,
we have a number of them.
And in fact, they're so enjoyable. I love this new design so much so that it's available in 10 colors, which no other shirt is available as that many colors. Because usually a shirt only looks good on a few colors, like a design. But the design looks so good on so many different colored shirts. I was like, all right, we're doing 10 different colors. So you can get,
Yeah,
something.
Jake had a freak out, but they are lovely.
All right. Speaking of the Jar O' Rumbles, it's been 8.5 minutes now. This is the longest it's taken us. Let's get to it. Give the people what they want.
Yes, I'm shaking it.
I'm
shaking it hard.
I really enjoy that. It's pretty sexy. But could we pick a jar out of the Rumble now?
You mean, can I pick a Rumble out of the jar?
Shut up!
Strike that. Reverse it. 2001.
2001. Wow, we are going like prime time
I was
attitude
a freshman
era.
in high school.
All right, paint the picture.
That's it.
Okay.
I was a freshman in high school. I was not cool.
Well, the 2001 Royal Rumble was very cool.
No, wait, I was in 8th grade. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It was very cool, eh?
Okay. I was a senior. This was the year that I graduated high school.
Okay, now we're also sharing with everyone our age difference.
That's fine. It's the most successful age difference in men, women, married couples. So I do not mind sharing it. The stats are with us. Anyways, this is about the Royal Rumble. 2001 Royal Rumble is held as one of the best Royal Rumbles in history.
I see some artwork here on our WWE network.
Yes, the poster for this Royal Rumble is actually a very fun... this is peak Attitude Era, by the way, but this is actually a throwback to a 90s, I believe, the 94 Royal Rumble that we watched.
Ooh.
It was a poster, and I think that was one that had Lex Luger and Bret Hart and a couple people, and it was this style drawing where they're all walking, and in 2001, they sort of parodied themselves, or not parody, but they honored themselves by sort of...
I mean, I recognize a few faces here. So.
Sure. You're going to recognize a lot of these faces. I'm excited for you to see this. So the 2001 Royal Rumble took place... on January 21st in New Orleans, Louisiana, at the New Orleans Arena. the Royal Rumble match this year was indeed the main event. And so, there was hullabaloo around this specific Royal Rumble. The undercard did include Kurt Angle defending the WWF Championship against Triple H. And Chris Jericho defeated the Intercontinental Champion of the time, Chris Benoit, in a ladder match.
Oh.
That is an incredible ladder match. This whole card, outside of the match itself, this whole card was just awesome.
Right. It was just a fun year.
It also featured a very fun appearance by Drew Carey.
Oh my God!
Earlier in the night.
This is that year?
Yeah, where he he was just backstage, yapping around. So this was going into WrestleMania 17, which is also up there as far as people really enjoy WrestleMania X.
Right.
X-Seven, as they were
X-Seven.
calling it. Yeah, because it was 2001.
People are dumb.
So we have the year. If you want to watch this right alongside us, you can do so. Just go ahead and queue up your WWE Network. Head over to the 2001 WWE Royal Rumble, and I'm going to enter it here and go to the 9th chapter mark, the white chapter mark.
Or timestamp 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 53 seconds.
Yes, 1 hour, 40. And actually, somebody did say that the timestamps helped on Twitter. So you know what?
That's why I'm saying
I shut your shit down that first time I did it. And,
yeah, bitches.
And
timestamps.
Do it. All right. And so what's going to happen is in just a moment, I will count down here. I will say 3, 2, 1, play. And at that moment, I will hit play. If you hit play at the exact same time, it will allow us to watch this Rumble in perfect unison.
Join us.
So any before we start, Alexandra, any expectations? I know I said this is a great Royal Rumble. You saw some of the faces on it. What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? Just mayhem as always. I think I'm less looking forward and more intrigued to see a height attitude era Royal Rumble. I mean, just in everything I've heard about the Attitude Era, it's not my favorite.
Sure.
It's not my vibe.
But it was also very fun and electric.
Yes, and certainly there's like a lot of really awesome aspects to it, I think.
Right.
Like little, so I think I'm excited to see how that all plays out.
Awesome.
I assume I'll be really enraged like I was that year when Stone Cold won.
Who do you want to win?
The Rock.
Great. That's who you want to win? Perfect. You heard it here, folks. Let's fire this up on the count of 3, 2, 1, play. And here is the Fink, the announcer, who...
His name's the Fink?
That's his nickname. You said he had
Fink?
sad eyes.
Oh, okay.
The last time we saw
Maybe
him.
because he's a Fink.
Sorry, just adjusting volumes in our headphones here. Of course, we have the actual sound of the rumbles going on in our headphones, but we made it so you can't hear it.
He does have sad eyes. I maintain that. I maintain it. What happened to this guy?
He's still around. He pops up every now and then.
I recognize that music.
So,
it's a Hardy Boy.
This is now.
I can't believe he still has the same music.
This is now the second time, I believe,
I've seen them.
that Jeff Hardy opened.
Opened
a Rumble that we've watched. We've only watched 5 Rumbles, and remember we talked about this. I don't know if it was last one or the one before, but there's I recognize a very popular thing where one member of a tag team will start the match, somebody else will come out, and then the other member of that tag team will come out third.
Right.
I wonder now if Matt's going to come out third here.
Obviously. Has to. I think I've seen this guy before, but I don't remember his name.
I forget his name, but I want to say Bull. Maybe it's Bull Buchanan. I don't remember. People are going to yell at me because I don't remember this guy's name. Bull.
People are so mad at you right now.
He was from a faction that I loved called Right to Censor. And Right to Censor, they were the anti-Attitude Era faction. So they would come out and they would like cover up women who were being too scantily clad. They would yell at people about, what they were doing in the ring, and like that was their bit.
What a bunch of narcs.
Yeah, and the funny part is that they were made up of people who were generally really like risque. Like
really?
The Godfather, who was like a pimp.
Funny.
At one point was Val Venus, whose gimmick was that he was a porn star at some point, joined Right to Censor, and they changed their ways.
That's great. That's
they were really fun. I enjoyed hating them at a time.
That's fun. Jeff Hardy, wow. I mean, just so athletic. Of course, like my my history at this point of the Hardy Boys is watching them as much older men.
Right.
Since I started only a couple years ago. And so they certainly still move, but maybe not as well.
Right.
Especially Matt.
They're definitely, their age is apparent, but they're still great.
Jeff still looks really good. I'm like comparing him as I see him in my mind now, his current day Jeff to this Jeff. And I'm like, yeah, he still moves really well.
And this is
same exact shirt and style, though. It's cracking me up.
This is like peak Hardys too.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean,
they were your dudes. Yeah,
everybody loved them. They were so cool.
He's also peak 2001 in this outfit that he never got rid of, even though
that he's worn
all
since
of this
2000,
clothing went out of style.
Since 1997. Yeah. All right, here's number 3. So if our
is it Matt? Is it Matt?
Yep.
Yeah, you were right.
So there we go. So that's the formula. And I don't know why it took me 36 years of watching wrestling to realize the formula.
You just didn't binge it enough.
Right.
Look, they have matching pants and shoes, guys.
Look at that. This is back when they were very cohesive tag teamy, you know?
They're twinning it. They're twinning.
Little whisper in the wind, or poetry in motion, rather.
Now, see, Matt is moving so much better here as a young man.
Right.
But, Matt didn't age as well, I guess. I mean, I don't want to be, superficial, but like in his face, he's aged much worse than his brother.
Oh, and now they're gonna go at it. They're not gonna play the let's wait.
They immediately are like, all right, I'll just. Are they having a fight right now outside of the Royal Rumble in the storyline? Like, are they like a little contentious?
That I wish that I had the prep going into this to know that, but I'm gonna assume since they're both using the Hardy Boyz music,
right,
and they're both in this attire, that I think that they are. This is cohesive tag team time, and they did give the pounds before they started punching each other here.
Sure.
So I think that this was a reputable, a respectable rather.
So they're just, doing the gentlemanly thing, entertaining. They have to keep fighting, of course.
Well, it's every man for themselves.
It's every man for themselves.
It's the Royal Rumble.
Matt's not in as good of shape here as I think he is, though. Funny enough, now,
he's insane. He's in good shape, but recently.
That's what I was saying. Is I feel like he actually is more muscular.
Well, yeah,
now.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think also might be. I mean, he's always a beefy dude.
Yeah, sure, I could see that. All right, we got someone else coming out. Rumble on the River is a sign in the audience. That's
because they're in Louisiana.
Yeah, of course.
It should say, and Rumble and Bayou don't match. Here is Farouk of the legendary APA, the Acolytes Protection Agency. At this point, they're just acolytes. So that's what they were called,
right?
So it's Farouk and Bradshaw, and the acolytes were they were minions of Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness.
I was gonna say he has these very witchy or whatever symbols on his tights.
Right.
I couldn't help but notice that.
Oh, Jeff just botched a whisper or a poetry in motion and is going to pay for it. Farouk is a Hall of Famer. Farouk, this guy, he was the first ever Black World Heavyweight Champion.
Cool.
WCW. He is a legend and a Hall of Famer and incredible. And he fought through some of the worst gimmicks that they ever gave him. They made him the Gladiator. They had this stupid blue rubber helmet they put him in at one point. It was
no!
It was just awful.
That sounds awful.
But he's one of those guys who he always gets. You see him pop up every now and then, and he wears a dumb shirt. It says "damn," and he just goes "damn" when in the backstage when they cut to him.
Oh, I don't really remember that, but I believe you.
Right? Oh,
I'm sure.
Matt almost tried to throw Jeff out unsuccessfully.
Brother on brother.
The shirts come up. Listen to the girls.
I was just gonna say, how many girls have fantasies of making out with these two dudes at once?
Listen, my sister, I'm sure at some point.
I like how he tied his shirt around his waist. He's like, I don't want to lose this.
Grunge is still very popular.
I don't understand why he did that. That's really funny.
But Farouk is gone. We should say that if you're not watching along. The Hardy Boyz.
It happened so fast. I didn't really notice.
And what I like about this is the Hardys are fighting each other until someone comes out. There's your whisper in the wind.
I just noticed this dude in the audience is dressed like Mankind. Oh my God, is Drew Carey coming out?
Drew Carey!
Yeah, okay, so I've heard about this before. He's in a Adidas velour suit, or it's not velour, but it's just like a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew Carey. I like when a celebrity is into it and comes out.
This is the smark in me is always like, oh, you're taking the spot away from an undercard guy in the back who could use the. But this is one of the more entertaining
parts of it, like
Hollywood interactions.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Trump. We could have done without that,
Sure,
but we'll take Drew Carey. Drew Carey 316, a sign in the audience. Perfect. The Hardy Boys aren't paying attention, or they don't give a fuck. They're like, I'm not threatened by this.
They're like, I didn't recognize that music.
Who is this guy from The Office coming out?
Oh, fucking Drew Carey. This is also a record-breaking Rumble, or a record. Yeah, there's something that's going to occur in this that's a record.
Oh,
that I think somebody who previously had a record and one that we watched previously.
Oh,
at some point when we're into like episode 10, I'm not going to be able to keep track of what we saw anymore. But something
I think we should write them down. You have them on hand.
I really should. Like,
that's how.
Order.
Just so. Oh, double Hardy. How is Drew Carey the only one in the ring right now?
Hardy's eliminated each other.
And he's mocking them.
And by the way, that bump that Jeff just took was insane.
It looked
From
a
the
little
top
rough.
turnbuckle to the outside, just dud. And the fans are on our feet.
They're like, yeah, Drew, Ohio.
Oh, he's flexing. He's doing.
Yeah, he's going to go out next. I hope it's someone really scary. Oh. Oh my God, I said I hope it's someone really scary, and then Kane came out. That's great. That's good writing.
Oh, it's the monster Kane.
Oh my God, Kane is so ripped here. He's like super in shape. Yeah. Really beefy.
Drew Carey.
The OG monster among men sort of vibes.
Right. Look, he's asking
Drew Carey's
for help.
like, get me out. I don't want to be in here. He's like, no, I can't handle this.
Oh, Kane.
I like his mask better here than the one he wears.
This is my favorite Kane outfit.
It's a great outfit.
He has the traditional wrestling tight style where he doesn't have the one sleeve covered, because for a while he had like one sleeve. Mm-hmm. And I liked that, but also you couldn't quite tell how ripped he was.
Right. This is very like classic wrestler.
Yeah, but he has like lace, whatever you call that, like the mesh, so you can see through it.
Yeah.
And that mask is my favorite mask.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The mask is great.
I did enjoy his newer mask from a few years back, like when he was doing Hell No. Yeah, I mean they're all red and shit, but it had like more like. It had like scary
like
eyebrows built into it.
Yes. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
But this one is sort of in between his original mask.
Drew's like, hey, how you doing?
This is so fun.
I can't. Oh my God. Although this belt is really funny that he
this
has
I do miss though. I miss
when he would do this.
Kane's pyro.
Whoa, the pyro is cool.
From the turnbuckles.
Oh, they need to bring that back.
And Kane's not around. They need to bring Kane back. He's too busy being mayor.
Someone else can have fire.
Sure. He wants a handshake.
He wants a handshake. He's like, shake my hand.
Yeah, I feel like this.
He's trying to bribe him with $100 bill.
I think there's more than that. Oh,
if I were an audience member, I'd be like, shit, I want some of that money.
Yeah, but Kane's entrance took so long that
now there's someone else coming out.
Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Raven.
Raven.
So we saw Raven.
Yes,
once
I've seen
before.
Him. He's like the ghetto Axl Rose. Is that?
That's one way to put it. He was like
his hair is clearly not actually red.
He was like a big grunge guy, and Drew Carey just eliminated himself by jumping over the top rope.
He jumped out. Suicide.
And that to me is like the perfect celebrity Rumble moment.
Yes.
It didn't take up too much time. People enjoyed it. It had a little piece of comedy.
Yes.
And
then it quickly resolved itself.
Yes, and we weren't forced to watch a guy who can't take a bump dangerously almost get that kind of thing.
Yeah,
which we've seen many times previously.
I think that's super fair.
Yeah, the fact that Drew Carey's walking out high-fiving people.
High-fiving everyone. He's like had his moment.
But
Raven needs a bath is that sign.
I loved Raven. That's what it said.
Yeah, Raven needs a bath. Listen, I'm gonna agree with that guy because this hair color is
weird,
intense.
I don't really remember him being so ginger.
It doesn't
Raven.
look good. Oh, that's dirty. I've never seen someone use a fire extinguisher before. Yeah. That must not be a thing anymore.
No, that happens every now and then.
That could damage your eyes. I mean, he's throwing trash cans in the. Whoa, was that Roman?
No, what
is this?
What are you talking about, Roman?
I was like, who is this dude that just came out? It looks like. I mean, in fairness to listeners, people come out and move super fast. Oh, yeah.
It's Al Snow.
I can
she
tell.
Just thought Al Snow was a young
Snow.
Roman Reigns. By the way, Roman Reigns is like 13 or something right now.
Right, he's like a little baby.
Right. But this is Al Snow. Al Snow was...
Listen, the hairdo is very similar, okay?
That's fair. He was a great wrestler, handed ridiculous gimmicks. He literally got over a mannequin head. He would come out with a mannequin head, talk to it, and he got it over. Do you want to know why? Because it's the Attitude Era.
That's creepy.
He would ask, does anybody want head?
Oh, God.
And that was the joke.
So basically, my takeaway, So my takeaway is that the Attitude Era is all about making dick jokes. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mostly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And Raven came from ECW, the hardcore wrestling, which is why the second he got into this match, he introduced all the weapons, he introduced the garbage cans. So here's our little hardcore.
Ew.
He just threw a full garbage can in the ring.
Yeah.
And a bowling ball.
Okay. One takeaway I'm immediately noticing that's different from all the rest I've seen so far is just how many props there are, how many like dirty things are happening. It's like a lot more. Oh yeah, this guy doesn't have a. Oh my god, he just threw a bowling ball in his nuts.
Al Snow just made what I used to call the 7-10 split.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, Al Snow is not as attractive as Roman Reigns. I just want to clarify now that I've gotten a better look.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would disagree with you on that.
I regret my statement.
Yeah, Al Snow is one of those guys though where he is like every wrestler respects him. He's like got a good mind for the business and he always did anything that was handed to him. He's one of those guys,
They just keep beating each other with trash cans. This is the dirtiest I've ever seen a Royal Rumble ring.
That's fair. Oh yeah, there's just like actual garbage strewn
There's
about.
legit
they are
garbage.
giving it to Kane
and they are
right
just
now, though.
beating Kane. So how many concussions did people get at this time?
A lot. That's why they banned chair shots to the head.
Yeah, I mean they're just beating him with fucking metal trash cans right now.
And people still do this in other companies.
Wow.
If you watch Impact Wrestling, if you watch other companies, they're still doing this.
I see Jerry Lawler.
In fairness, those garbage cans are just tin.
Right.
But still, doesn't take much.
Saturn.
Perry Saturn. This cross-eyed son of a bitch. I'm sorry, not Perry. Terry.
God, girl.
Oh, it was Perry. Sorry.
What are these boobs? They don't. Okay, listen.
That's Goldust's wife.
Get a boob job. Don't get a boob job. It's fine, but like have it look good.
2001.
I don't want to be
You are
catty.
throwing a lot of shit.
I don't
want to
be throwing shade
at Terry Reynolds.
But her boobies look real weird. Like they're not. I don't understand why there's so much space between them. I'm sorry, I couldn't help.
That was the 2000s boob job.
Okay, I guess. Like people didn't like when boobs were closer to each other.
Speaking of gross dudes or gross things, I hated Perry Saturn so much.
He looks like if Hulk Hogan had a baby with I don't know, neon band-aids, I guess.
What?
This guy came out and he's looking real weird.
First off, he's
super fake tan.
He's so derpy looking and cross-eyed, and he was always just an okay wrestler, but he was like really in good shape all the time. And
I mean, yeah, he's clearly very muscular.
I never liked him. There's people out there who are screaming at me, going, "What are you talking about? Perry Saturn? Really love Perry Saturn." No, he was awful.
I'm not a fan just immediately because of the fact that he has like this walrus hair, facial hair,
the handlebar mustache.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Your dad would have that mustache if he would just dye his little chin black.
Yeah, but my dad's is like it's like a very natural.
Sure.
This is obviously very forced.
That is a very like Southern biker mustache. It's the Hogan mustache. It's the Hollywood Hogan.
That's why he said it's like Hulk Hogan fucked a Band-Aid.
The handlebar is dyed blonde, but the rest of it's black.
It's really
superstar
weird.
Billy Graham, who Hulk Hogan ripped off. He had that same mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a long heritage of
right. But everybody in the ring right now is beating the crap out of Kane.
Yeah. Well.
I feel like this timer is quicker than usual. I think this is like maybe a 90-second timer.
Right.
I feel like people are coming out real quick.
Right. Okay, who's coming out now? Someone fun.
I loved him so hard. This is Steve Blackman, the Lethal Weapon. Oh, shit. Look at him.
Okay, he immediately grabs some sticks. He's trying to... Okay,
he was a martial artist.
I was going to say he's very martial artsy looking.
That was him.
That's his vibe. He's got these black pants. He's trying to move. Okay. He's beating on people like they're drumsticks.
I love Steve Blackman so hard. So Steve Blackman was this guy who you looked at him and he was personality-less.
Right.
But he would come out and he would do like this ninja stuff with his sticks. Yeah, but then like late in his career, all of a sudden, he just started being really funny.
Huh.
And I think it was because he was awkward and dry that the precedence for his lack of personality made any personality really fun to watch.
Right. That's fair.
But I love Steve Blackman. When I met him around this time, probably this year.
You met him?
Yeah, probably this year. I met a lot of these guys by going to like signings and going to the hotels. That's also why I secretly hate Perry Saturn. He was a dick to us. He like slammed the door in our face, me and my sister, at the Marriott across.
Okay, well,
from,
fuck that guy. How dare he?
Nassau Coliseum. Anyways, Steve Blackman. When I met him, I've told this story on the Wrestling Apologies a few times. Is when we took the photo with him, I turned my body sideways, right? And so he's facing forward, and I'm turned sideways on his side looking at the camera. And when I looked down, I noticed that his bicep, his arm from front to back, is the same width as my chest.
Oh my God.
And look at the size of his arms. I just remember thinking, like, Jesus Christ, this guy's so much bigger than I thought he was. When you're a scrawny 18-year-old standing
But then
next
look
to
at him next to Kane, and he's like a very thin, slim-looking guy.
Right. That's a lot of people next to Kane, but yeah.
That's wild. Oh, is this... what the...
Scotty Too Hottie.
What the...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Grandmaster Sexay.
Ew.
Grandmaster Sexay was part of Too Cool with Sky Too Hottie and Rikishi. And this is actually... he passed away just 2 years ago or a year ago, Grandmaster Sexay. He is the son of Jerry Lawler, who you're currently hearing on commentary.
Yeah. I saw him earlier. Okay, so he's his son.
And they had
that's
sort
sad
of,
he died.
And they had sort of like a, I don't know the fine details of their relationship, but apparently it wasn't always super great. But apparently they made good in the end and whatnot. And the day after Grandmaster Sexay passed, or the week after, maybe it was a little bit longer than that. Maybe it was a month after. Jerry Lawler had an appearance someplace in some indie company, and he wore this outfit. He wore Grandmaster Sexay's outfit. Yeah, which I thought was really sweet, and I can only imagine was super emotional for him.
Yeah.
But the Too Cool was super over. They were just these two nerdy white dudes who were like acting like they were in a boy band, but then also like doing, they all have like the frosted tips and like the visors. With
my God, his hair is so early aughts.
Yes. Yeah, and he's wearing goggles, and he just got eliminated by Kane. I've never seen somebody get hit with a garbage can and fall over the top rope. That was a really interesting elimination, that Grandmaster Sexay. And he pulled it off. Grandmaster Sexay, he was able to move.
Pulling it off.
I feel bad. I'm struggling to remember his name. I think it was Brian Christopher was his name. Oh, jeez. Steve Blackman.
Yeah.
Right in the head with that garbage can.
Yeah. That's some brutal stuff.
Yeah. And now there goes Al Snow. Kane eliminates
Raven.
Kane is just clearing the entire house right now.
Kane is...
I think it just eliminated 4 people.
Getting rid of all the garbage.
5 people.
Yeah, okay, 1. We have someone else coming out.
And there goes Saturn.
Kane is alone in the ring. Alone.
All by himself for the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, I just saw this guy at the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Now, this is 2001. He's already an old timer here. You can just tell by looking at him. He was really big and prevalent in the 80s.
Okay.
So this is one of those fun Rumble entrants.
Okay, yeah, because he's like an old school guy who comes out.
We'll call them legends. Well, this is a legend entrance.
A legend.
Yeah, like that's what
doing
they call
his
them.
Little Elvis.
Yeah, his gimmick.
He's on the mic now. I kind of want to hear what he's saying.
To Kane.
You are a beautiful audience. Is he here to sing a song?
He never bothered to learn how to play guitar.
He didn't? What?
Nope. And he's trying to convince Kane to just give him a moment.
To let it... Okay, so basically Elias ripped this dude off is what I'm seeing.
I mean, anybody who has a guitar
is a little bit
yeah.
That's fair.
And I don't know if, you know what? I'm interested to know whether Honky Tonk Man was the first like wrestler to use a guitar gimmick.
Right, or was there someone that was a precursor to him?
I wonder, I mean, I can't think of one, but there might have been somebody in the 80s or even the earlier 80s or 70s who used a guitar.
Listeners, let us know. We need the education. He's singing a song.
He's doing his terrible song, which was never on key and never on time. He can never follow along. I mean, for as much shit as people give R-Truth shit for like not always being in time.
Right.
Oh, jeez. And Kane just annihilated him with his guitar.
Kane was like, I'm done. I don't like it.
And the fans are mixed. Some fans love it. Some fans are angry.
Some people were really pissed. They were enjoying that Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, and I have a feeling Honky Tonk Man is not long for this world
or
this Rumble match.
And out.
Oh my God, that was
brutal. Yeah.
He hit the apron with his lower back real hard.
Yeah. Kane's like, I'm over it.
Kane is clearing house in this entire. This is like a Kane, a Kane Rumble for sure.
It is very Kane-y.
You know that song?
I'm trying to hear it. Yeah. It's my boy.
Listen to this place change.
People are so stoked.
So who is it?
I mean, it's The Rock.
This is your
Dwayne
favorite?
The Rock Johnson.
This is the wrestler who I think you have the most hots for.
Yeah, I mean.
You got to think for that Samoan man. What are you doing with me? You really like Roman. You really like The Rock.
Oh,
Heck, you like young Rikishi. Like, you're with the wrong dude. I'm sorry. If you were like, now Grandmaster Sexay, he was attractive. Al Snow, yes, please. I'm like, yeah, that falls in line with my dorkiness. You are with the wrong dude. We're already almost halfway through this Rumble. The Rock is entrance number 13.
Right.
But I mean, this crowd is electric right now.
They're really enjoying this.
The Rock, ends.
Who can blame them?
And
what's that on The
Kane.
Rock's ass? Is this like a bull?
It's his Brahma bull.
It's his bull.
It's his tattoo that's on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Which now you can't see because it's been covered up with that big, giant, original, like Samoan tribal, whatever you call that style of tattoo that he has.
Right.
Unless I'm wrong, unless it's on the other arm. I might be wrong. The Brahma bull might be on the other arm, and he has but I think not. I think he just covered it up.
I don't know. I will say that he and Kane are nicely matching here.
Oh, I mean, these guys have great chemistry.
Right.
Kane, I always love Kane. I think he's underrated as an actual wrestler is concerned.
Really?
I do. I think a lot of people, because I think he can execute things that people don't realize he executes well.
Right.
And I think a lot of people
think he's bumbling.
They put Kane in that category as like, oh, he needs somebody in there to do all the work.
Yeah.
But I don't think he is. I don't think he is that way. I think Kane does just as good of a job making other people look good as people make him look good.
Right. Like he's not Nia Jax.
Right. Oh, another member of Right to Censor. Oh, yes. Nice little shot at Nia Jax, but you're right.
Bam.
Oh, all right. So this was he was the Godfather.
Good father.
He was the Godfather when he was like a pimp. But now he's the good father because he joined Right to Censor and changed his ways.
Okay.
So I'm sure we'll also see Val Venus. We'll probably see the rest of the Right to Censor group.
I'm just enjoying The Rock kicking his ass. Yeah, get out of here, good father.
Already gone.
Go find Mr. Goodbar.
He's also... don't think that connection works. He's also a Hall of Famer, too.
Oh, yeah?
Godfather. Just a couple years ago, became a Hall of Famer.
Okay. There's a lot of dudes in this audience with cowboy hats.
Wait, what? Really?
I've noticed now a few.
In Louisiana?
I mean, it's the South.
See one.
The South is the South.
I don't see one cowboy hat.
Okay, well, you're not paying enough attention.
I think you have Southern PTSD, where you just see cowboy hats where there aren't. Your mind just manifests them as part of your inherent fears of the South.
I mean...
Kane. Oh, I thought Kane was trying to pin him there for a second. Instead, he's just choking him to death.
He's just a psychopath.
It's the only thing that I'm not sure if you noticed, but they don't do that anymore. You're not allowed to choke anymore in wrestling.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen choking.
Yeah,
that's probably good.
To
be honest,
that happened with the Benoit thing.
Oh,
okay,
that's dark.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But they just like.
But
we don't want to associate.
I think that's good. I think that is perfectly reasonable and shouldn't be done because.
In fact, when Daniel Bryan debuted with the Nexus on WWE programming, he was fired after his first night.
Oh yeah, because he accidentally
for choking. I want to say Justin Roberts or one of the announcers.
I remember us talking about this before
with a tie.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah,
and that was a no-go.
Yeah,
so he was let go.
Okay, so who's coming out now? We got another
number 15.
Countdown.
This is number 15.
Okay, halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Taz.
All
right, I have mixed feelings.
Is he a Tasmanian devil?
Kind of. Look at how short he is.
He is short. Wow, he is really short.
I have mixed feelings about Taz.
Why?
I always liked Taz as a wrestler. I like watching him wrestle. I like his style. He just got eliminated. He was a waste in that match. What a waste.
Out.
He was the original Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Do you know the way Samoa Joe wrestles? Mm-hmm. Short, he's compact, he's quick. Everything has lots of good holds, lots of suplex. He was the submission machine, Taz.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, submission. No, what do they call him? That's not right. Suplex machine or something like that. But I always loved the way he wrestled because it was sort of like,
my crap
a little
is
brawler.
bigger than Taz, that sign said.
But as a person, he always irritated me.
Right.
He was on commentary for a while, and he had a good personality, but like...
Well, I was going to ask, is he annoying or something?
He just sort of, you know what? He's that, like, very stereotypical, like, machismo, toxic masculinity.
The Rock is lifting Kane up onto the top rope right now, and that's fun.
Kane is hanging on like a baby, which is hilarious.
Don't throw me over, no. Don't do it.
It always bothered me that Kane never tried to do his pyro twice.
Okay, people watching along, how annoyed are you by the sign guy, right? Like 1 to 10. Guy? People who are watching know what I'm talking about. This guy, he's dressed like Mankind a little bit. He has a sign for everybody who's entering. We're having a flashback.
Wait, they're doing a replay, but it's a full screen replay?
It's very weird.
With no commentary.
We're having a replay right now of when Kane punched
Taz
out of the ring. That was so weird.
That was a glitch of some sort.
Okay, but like I just want to clarify that I also appreciate Sign Guy because he has all these signs, but also he himself seems very annoying, right? Like his signs are cool, but he sucks.
You're waging a war right now that I cannot join you on.
Yeah, it's fine. If you notice him, then you can join. See, cowboy hat.
Oh, where do you see that one girl?
She has, it was leopard print too. Very dumb. Okay, who's this guy?
So here is the other half. This is Bradshaw.
I was gonna say he looks like
the Farouk is his partner. And I'm wrong, actually. At this point, they are the APA. They're not the Acolytes anymore. So what happened is when they dropped their like dark Ministry of Darkness gimmick, they became these beer drinking, poker playing thugs you can hire. The Acolytes
mercenaries.
Protection. Yeah, the Acolytes Protection Agency is what they were called, the APA. And they were tons of fun. They were a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah, but you have 3 legends in the ring right now. That clothesline from hell that he just delivered, that was sort of his MO. You might recognize him because that's JBL. Do you know JBL?
JBL?
He's now a commentator. You've seen pop up in a while. Speaking of cowboy hats, he changed his gimmick years after this and became like, I invest in the stock market and I'm a Texas real estate mogul.
An oil.
He would came out with a big old cowboy hat. He rode like a limo to the ring that had like big bull horns on it.
Okay.
And his song had like the stock exchange bell because in real life, that man is like
actually
very wealthy
in oil.
No. He became like an expert investor in the stock market and whatnot.
Okay.
He's often on like Fox News and other shit talking about investments. Blech. Yeah, he's also a douchebag. But he's a pseudo douchebag. He's a douchebag about certain things.
If you're a pseudo douchebag, you're still a douchebag.
That's fair. Totally fair. But he's like one of these very fiscal conservative dudes, and he's always on as whenever they have like a professional on, like, oh, commentate, give us your professional insight on this thing that's happening within the economy or something like that. Yeah. The same shit that like my sister would do. My sister was a lawyer and they would always have her on as a like, what's your opinion as a professional defense attorney?
They just need talking heads to come out and comment. Okay.
He's a talking head.
Who's coming out? Who's coming out? Okay. Is this Stone Cold? Oh, no. Okay.
This is Albert.
I just saw a bald head and I assumed. Yeah, he's much shorter. Short and stout. Who?
You might recognize
Albert?
him.
Did you say Albert?
Yep. You might recognize him from watching NXT backstage stuff. He is a head trainer now in NXT.
Oh, okay.
He was Albert. He literally, Prince Albert. He's all pierced up, and they were making a joke about piercing your wang.
Okay, but like everyone in the ring matches right now, guys. So
this is very 2001.
Everyone's wearing silver, red, and black.
This is 2001. They were the big bright colors. They tried to get rid of all that 80s colorful shit at this era.
Okay, I don't necessarily blame them for that, but a little color's fine.
No, you're not wrong. But he went away, became a huge star in Japan, and then re-debuted in WWE years back as Tensai, Lord Tensai, with like this Japanese sort of like writing on him and whatnot. And it lasted just a few, maybe not even a year or two before they're like, all right, and now you're just working backstage and helping people. And
well, at least he's still got a job.
Right now, left in the ring is just Bradshaw, The Rock, Albert, and Kane.
Yep. And everyone keeps trying to throw The Rock out. He's hanging on, clinging on. He's getting... Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're stacked in the corner, and there's a lot of beef in the ring right now. It's a
very beefy ring,
as Vince McMahon would say.
Ew. I don't like picturing Vince saying it.
He always says that. That's a lot of beef in there.
Ew. I bet he likes that beef.
He does.
He likes the beefy guys, I've noticed. You've said that before. Like, he prefers to hire dudes who are like big,
spectacles. Everybody at this point, everybody needed a spectacle. So you've seen this guy before. This is Hardcore Holly, but the last time you saw him, he was Thornton Plug or something like that. Spark. What the hell is his name? God damn it. He was like a race. Yes, Spark Plug. That was his name. Like,
I just said that.
Thornton Plug, also known as Sparky Plug.
Okay.
The race car driver gimmick from the early 90s we watched. It was probably 94 we saw him in.
Well, he has a little color. Good for him.
And so he sort of adapted and became this hardcore guy. We've talked about him. He was in one of our earlier Rumbles. He was probably in 97 or something like that.
He's got that super bleach blonde hair that everyone at this time had.
He's an old school guy. He works real stiff. He's like one of the boys. He's like one of those sorts of wrestlers.
No, they're beating up on The Rock, and I don't like it.
Rock is talk about hang on like a baby. This is adorable. Rock is like clenching the ropes as if it's a stuffed animal, and he's afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
But I always liked Bob Holly. I didn't always root for Bob Holly, but I always liked Bob Holly
because
the dude was he never put on bad performances, and the few times where he has put on bad performances, he's been angry about it. He's that guy who if somebody fucks up in the ring, he makes him pay for it. That kind of dude. He's kind of old school that way. Yeah. Ooh, look at you knowing terms.
I know things.
Look at you, babers. You're learning shit. Receipts and stuff.
Don't condescend me. I know terms.
I'm not condescending. I'm proud. I have actual, legit, sincere pride.
Oh, thanks. Yay. Get him out, Rock.
Wait, you really don't want Kane? You're rooting against Kane?
Of course.
Why? He's Kane.
Because I like The Rock.
He's the devil's favorite demon.
So what? I mean, if I'm rooting for anybody demonic, it's going to be The Undertaker.
My God!
What is this rap music that just...
Who does it sound like?
Oh, yay!
Who is it?
Oh my God, R-Truth is so cut.
Nope, it's not R-Truth.
Wait.
It's K-Quick. That was his name first. His name originally was K-Quick.
Really?
Yep, this was
I only got a glimpse of this guy real fast, but he looks so much like R-Truth at first.
No, it is R-Truth. That's what I just said. His first name.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were saying it wasn't R-Truth, and I was like, are you sure?
I mean, I was doing a shtick because it's not R-Truth. It's K-Quick.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This might be his first Rumble appearance.
Okay, but
he debuted
How cute is he? How cute is he? He's so young.
You say that. I don't look. He doesn't look any different to me. The dude does not age.
He is young.
I mean, I'm
not saying he looks.
His body
now.
doesn't look any different right now. If anything, he's maybe a little bit beefier.
He's a little more cut here, I think.
You think?
I think a tiny bit.
That dude is in such.
Oh, I'm not saying
shape.
R-Truth is not in good shape because he is definitely in good shape. But I'm saying here, he's a little bit more cut.
Current as time of recording this, 24/7 champion.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. Only guy in the ring who's still wrestling.
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Only guy in the ring still active roster wrestling is K-Quick right now.
Okay, but where are the little dudes at is what I'm saying.
Again, 2001, you're not going to find a lot of them.
Yeah.
They don't, that stuff didn't really, like, it didn't really start
Where's
happening.
my lean beef? You know what I'm saying?
You don't want that, like, 50-50 stuff. You want that 70-30.
I need that lean beef.
I loved K-Quick. So I saw K-Quick.
What
was
was
for
the
the
gimmick of
Independent.
K-Quick? Like, what does that mean?
He was a rapper. He was just a I mean, it was just, he came out and
Okay.
he was friends with Road Dogg and he was in DX for a little while.
Okay.
And he was wrestler in the indie that I worked for.
I feel like his hairdo was also pretty popular back then in the early aughts.
Sure.
Like everyone had that little.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Sorry,
Next
we got
up.
silent again because someone else is coming out. Oh, and a third member.
This must be Val Venus. Yep.
Okay.
Val Venus. So this was the guy that
Val Penis?
His gimmick was a porn star before this.
Val Penis.
and then joined Right to Censor and, corrected his ways.
Okay, and so what's his, corrected his ways, former porn star?
No, he still went as Val
spiel.
Venus. He still went as Val Venus. But all of Right to Censor, they were just, like I said, censoring people. It was as simple as that.
I like that the antithesis to all of this is to censor. That's interesting.
Yeah, because that was what it was all about.
Yeah.
That was the spirit of the late 90s, I know this is 2001, but as far as I'm concerned, 2001 is still the late 90s. And,
I mean, I guess what I'm interested in that because the Attitude Era, it's not like what they weren't censoring is anything profound. It's just like what I said earlier. It's a bunch of dick jokes.
Sure, of course.
So I'm like, whatever, man. But so the idea is like they're part of the corporation. They're very anti don't talk about dick jokes. And I'm like
exactly. You're right.
Which I'm like, is that such a bad thing? I mean,
you explain. Yeah. So what you're saying
freedom
is
of speech is good.
So what you're saying is
you should be able to make a dick joke.
You're a fan of Right to Censor. You agree with their politics.
I don't think so though, because I'm also very anti censorship.
I love that you're taking a dumb gimmick from
I'm taking
2000.
this very philosophically. I'm really into this right now. The thing is, if CM Punk were around at this point, that would be my dude because I definitely appreciate his outlook.
This is probably the most stacked this entire match has been. We got six guys?
We finally have a number of,
seven
of
guys.
people.
7 guys in the ring.
Yeah.
And they're about to make it 8 in 5 seconds.
What's happening? Are all the big people coming out now? What number is this?
We're about to see number
18 or something? 19?
21. William Regal. Oh, I love him so hard.
Yeah, okay, so I recognize him from NXT.
Yeah, he's the current European champion. During this, it just said European champion on his name tag.
He had regal music, if you will.
This was.
I like his outfit because he's still red. Everyone's red, but
he never changed. He always wore the burgundy. So Daniel Bryan.
He's the most colorful though.
Like this is Daniel Bryan's. Like he trained him, and he's one of his heroes and idols.
Okay.
And Daniel Bryan's outfit. Now it's adapted, but it was now
that you say that, I definitely see that. I see that connection.
It was an ode to, especially when he first debuted.
He got them silk panties, you know what I'm saying?
But it was also just about the color, like that burgundy, the maroon, the gray.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I love William Regal so hard.
Now, is he pretty old dude here? Like he seems.
He's not young.
Yeah.
Because Regal was around throughout the 90s. Like at a bunch of very different. At one point, he was Steven Regal. The man's man, Steven Regal, and he was like a lumberjack. And they gave him.
What?
They were doing these vignettes where he was just doing very manly things.
I mean, that's kind of hot.
You would have loved it.
He's not.
You would have loved Steven Regal.
He's not attractive though.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, he's. But he looks like a fighter. He looks like an Englishman fighter, like Backstreet. His nose is all busted from fighting. Like,
he's like a boxer guy, you know?
Yeah. Like I never once
straight out of Victorian England.
Right. I never once didn't believe that William Regal could kick the ass of anybody he was in the ring with.
Sure.
Like he to me always seemed that way.
Right.
You never got to see Wade Barrett, did you?
I don't recognize
Wade Barrett
that name.
was a modern William Regal. He debuted. He had 3 gimmicks. Everybody loved him. He was great, and WWE screwed him over every time.
Oh.
And he had a similar vibe. We had like a big crooked nose because he was a bare knuckle fighter.
Sure.
Just like a big British brawler. Test. What about this guy? Is he sexy to you?
No.
My sister loves Test.
Your sister and I have like the opposite taste.
She loved Test.
No.
So Test and Albert, who are in the ring with right now, they were part of a team.
William.
They were part of a team. Oh, they're fighting each other now, so they must have broken up at this point. They were a part of a team called TNA.
TNA, okay.
Test and Albert.
Tits
and
ass?
I think that maybe Terry Runnels joined them. Some women valet who had giant boobs joined them. It might have been Trish Stratus, maybe. I can't remember.
Okay.
But I think Trish and Test had like a on-screen romance at some point.
Ooh.
I don't know. People are yelling at me who are listening, who remember it better than I do.
Help educate me. Correct Jake
by the way,
errors.
Test eliminated William Regal, which I'm pissed about.
I mean, someone had to go.
Also, I don't even see Test in there. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's getting his ass beat by Val Venus right now.
People need to stop beating up on the
What do you
Rock.
think about the look of the Attitude Era? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
All
it's
black ropes, all...
Yeah, the whole thing. There was garbage in the ring. Everything's black. Everything's dark. Everything's moody and alternative or whatever.
And you don't like it, what you're saying?
It's fine. I don't dislike it. It's just different. Obviously, like
it's very no
from
frills.
the '90s stuff. From the really early stuff I've seen so far, which is so neon and
the red, white,
you know
and blue
what?
ropes.
For what it's worth, there is something inherently more like authentic to what I'm seeing versus like when I saw hillbillies and stuff come out.
Well, that's what they tried to do. The
this
Attitude Era
is so much less cartoonish.
Yes,
and therefore I think I am more inherently like invested in it because I believe it more.
Right. And that was what the Attitude Era was all about. It was all about dropping the cartoony heroes and villains
infusing
of
a little
yesteryears.
credibility.
Have I ever showed you the Vince McMahon announcement when he introduced the Attitude Era?
No.
I'll show it to you.
Big Show.
It's him pretty much saying like, listen, we're listening to you guys. We know that the, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, heroes of yesteryear are no longer, captivating. And so we want to give you a more mature product. We want to give you people that you can relate to, people, and that's why like at this point there wasn't a lot of like true heels or baby faces.
Everyone was like a tweener at this point.
Everybody was sort of a tweener. Look at you got more words. So a young Big Show is cleaning house right now.
Yeah,
I love Big Show.
Came out like a Big Show.
Chokeslam Albert.
Yeah,
that was nothing.
That says a lot about how strong he is because that man is pretty big.
Albert's a huge dude,
and then he just like
here goes Bradshaw.
Chokeslammed him like it was nothing.
Bradshaw, wow, that was the height that Bradshaw got on that chokeslam was impressive.
That was crazy.
And here was one for Val Venus.
This one's not as impressive because this is a little guy.
And here's one for Hardcore Holly.
I want to see him do it to Kane. Of course, what'll happen
That's what's going to end.
He'll attempt to do it to Kane, but then Kane will be like,
he's
nope,
doing it to everybody.
To
oh, man, that was a good one. God, Big Show's chokeslams were so good in the 2001. And here comes Kane. Oh, is he going to do it?
Kane's not going to take this.
Listen to the audience. Oh, he gets him up.
He gets him. Oh, my
Holy
gosh.
shit, that was a huge chokeslam.
Big Show is actually, when you see him side by side, he's bigger than Kane.
Oh yeah, but he's one of the biggest.
Holy cow.
Oh,
dirty.
Oh, he kicked him right in his little shows.
Got him in his little shows. in his little shows, yeah.
Oh, and there. Oh, wait. And The Rock's
going to get him out. Yeah.
Boom. Thanks for coming, Big Show.
Bye.
Listen to this place.
Oh, yeah. People pop. Yeah, because The Rock is the man, right?
Yeah, this, there's a reason why this was regarded as one of the best Royal Rumbles. It has been exciting.
It's energetic.
From moment to moment.
It's a really energetic Royal Rumble. Unlike some of like the earlier ones where it felt,
a little more lumbery.
Yeah. And that's because everyone back then moved slower too.
Oh, listen.
Okay, I hear music.
Recognize that song? Do you recognize that song? Oh, wait, never mind. That's not who I thought it was. Never mind. I thought it was a different person. This is Crash Holly.
He's the tiniest one I've seen yet in the ring.
You saw Crash Holly once before, I think. Crash Holly, the kayfabe brother of Hardcore Holly.
Right.
He was a heavyweight in his own mind. He's a small little guy.
Yeah.
He was always weighing himself, and he thought he was a heavyweight, and that was a gimmick.
Big Show just slammed The Rock into a table.
Now, I don't think Rock has been eliminated from the match.
No, I think
Big Show pulled him out through the ropes.
Exactly.
And meanwhile, everybody in the ring right now is teaming up on Kane. There's so many things happening all at once.
I know, it's insane. And meanwhile, the camera's actually following Big Show out. Now we're cutting back to The Rock, and he's like trying to recover. It's interesting because basically, I assume nothing of actual substance is happening in the ring.
Right.
Kane,
by the way, is been in there for a very long time.
He has. He's now. Is that the record?
No, but I'll tell you it now because I'm pretty sure we're almost at that point, if not at that point.
Okay.
This was Kane beating his own record for the most eliminations in one match.
Nice.
I want to say that by the time this match is over, I want to say Kane eliminated like 13 people or something like that. Or, I could be wrong here.
Nice work.
I need the numbers. Maybe I'll pull it up.
Do you remember who won this, Jake?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
I do remember who won this. But yeah, we're up. The next entrance is number 25, by the way.
Ooh, we're getting down to the very end here. Last 5. Here's some photographers at the around the ring, which you don't see as much anymore.
Right, we talked about that.
Yeah. Okay, who's coming out? Who's coming out? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
This was the song that I thought it was before.
No, he's not Undertaker here anymore. Ew, I hate this gimmick. I hate it. I'm so upset. I'm really mad right now.
But Limp Bizkit's playing, though. Babe, but it's Limp Bizkit, though.
Guys, I want you all to know the Undertaker's dead to me right now. In this particular...
But look who he's going to save right now.
Kane.
The Brothers of Destruction.
Right.
Yeah, I have such a soft spot for Undertaker, even though I hated the biker gimmick.
I hate this gimmick.
I hated the biker gimmick.
It's so fucking dumb.
But like every time he came out, I liked seeing him there. But I was always like,
I mean, it's cute that he and Kane are fighting together, I guess.
And he's like, get him out. By the way, I think it was 11. I think Kane eliminated 11 people in this one.
Sweet.
I definitely didn't Google that, guys. I definitely just remembered it off the top of my head because I'm so smart. And they just cleared the entire ring. It's now nobody but Kane and The Undertaker.
And of course, The Rock is still
The Rock is still in the match, but he's
on the table.
And listen to this crowd.
People are into it.
That's the sort of thing that I just don't feel like I notice anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like the general electricity of the arenas are different. And that's not to say that people aren't getting pops, but I think it's a different sort. It doesn't feel like frantic anymore.
Right.
Do you mean like, doesn't this feel frantic?
It does, but I think a part of that is the energy of the style of the wrestling itself.
Sure.
Like again, with what was sort of organic to this era, if you will, is like that sort of chaos.
Right. I also think that JR adds a lot to that when we're sitting at home.
Sure.
The commentator, legendary JR, voice of wrestling, JR, trademarked.
Okay,
but now Kane and Undertaker are eyeing each other down.
My yard, my foot, your ass.
That is a sign. Every now and then you just read signs. I need to qualify. You're not just saying that to me. Oh, no.
Who's this?
Scotty Too Hottie, the other member of Too Cool.
Oh, God.
Is coming out to...
I love the way he's coming out right now. Like,
so afraid.
He's like...
it's him versus the Brothers of Destruction.
He's like swallowing really hard. He's like slowly taking off his coat. He's like,
I love him so hard.
I don't want to do this.
Oh, I love him so hard.
Hair looking like a Super Saiyan. Is that it? Okay.
Oh, man.
But the thing is, like, he should just eliminate himself.
I don't think he's going to have to eliminate himself.
Bye.
Why did you even enter the ring, Scotty Too Hottie?
Thanks for playing.
Just wait.
It's like 2 jungle cats playing with like a mouse.
Right. But also, super fun that he got to do this with Kane and Taker.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is only fun.
Oh.
And Sky Too Hotty and Too Cool, they were huge fan favorites. They didn't need a push. Like they sold T-shirts. They were great. Them and Rikishi were like, they were like the original, the New Day.
Okay.
Without being as smart.
Right. Like,
but they were just zany
really
and
fun and crazy.
They invited kids into the ring to dance.
Okay.
Like that was their thing. They were all about dancing, having fun.
But his hat is really dumb, so I would like to see him eliminated.
Are you saying that I should not cut the top out of a bucket hat, is what you're saying?
Yeah, no.
And pull my hair through it?
I would prefer you did not.
He lasted longer than I thought. Scott just got eliminated.
I know, I thought he would be gone immediately.
Meanwhile, Rock is coming too. Really showing those acting chops.
Precursor to, his acting career.
I'm pretty sure this performance is what inspired his performance in Skyscraper.
Perfect. Yes. Or
also, I'm noticing
Jumanji.
that they have yet to get the F out. It still says WWF. It's still not WWE. I'm not sure.
Yes, I noticed it on the mic at the beginning.
I'm not sure what year that happens, but we're going to find out exactly what year that happens.
Oh, Stone Cold.
The glass broke.
Uh-oh.
It's Stone Cold stomping his ass to the ring.
The crowd just went insane.
It's Taker, Kane, and Stone Cold in this ring right now.
Okay, that's pretty great. Yeah.
And wait, what's from behind?
Oh, Triple H. Yeah,
Triple H attacking Stone Cold from behind.
They're not brothers.
He's busted open.
I think he probably came out pre-cut, if I'm being honest, because
no, he was in a match earlier.
Oh.
He was in a match with Kurt Angle
and
for the
Cold,
WWF Championship.
And was Stone Cold dirty? Is that why he's pissed?
No.
What's going on?
You know what? That's a great question.
Why is Triple H
I wonder if he didn't get involved in that and help cost. I think he might have cost. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like Stone Cold interfered, probably.
Yeah, I think he cost Triple H that match.
Oh no! The Rock is wrestling with Undertaker and Kane. They're beating up on him.
Yes.
No.
Yep, that's what happened. Stone Cold attacked Triple H, gave him a stunner.
And Stone Cold's bleeding now
and
too.
He cost Triple H a title earlier because weeks prior, Triple H cost Austin the title on an episode of Raw's War, which was Monday Night Raw.
They're so bloody.
Oh man.
Oh.
Austin is really busted. It's like the side of his head.
It's so bloody right now. Oh.
It's not,
My gosh.
It's not like, complete Crimson Mask,
No, like AEW.
Dustin at AEW. No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. The last time you saw Billy Gunn, he was in cowboy boots and a cowboy hat as part of the Smoking Guns in 1994. The tag team, remember? Gun with two N's. But now he is part of DX.
I would like to see him eliminated because he is moving so dumb to me. Like, he's so over the top with those punches.
Do I know what's funny that you say that?
What?
People who listen might remember, I guarantee you in a previous episode, you complimented how well he moved.
Sure.
Because you're like, he moves really well. He's such a great wrestler.
Okay, but here,
right,
he's laying it on thick, doing some kind of funny, little, I'm jabbing you.
Those are his punches, though.
Oh, my God, though. He is so bloody. His whole head turned from white man head to red blood head.
Well done. You got through that. I know I didn't know how you were going to end that when you started it, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for the pride.
So it's Kane. So right now the participants are Kane, Taker, Rock, Billy Gunn, and Stone Cold, who's bloodied at the ramp at this point. He's not eliminated, but he's not in the ring.
If Stone Cold wins this, I will be mad.
You don't like Stone Cold.
I don't want him to win.
There is only two people left in the ring. Two people left to come out. That was Billy Gunn was number 28.
Right. Okay.
So we're
Taker
almost.
Taker is beating up on Rock. Kane is beating up on Lipstick.
Lipstick? Because he has little lipsticks on his pants?
Yeah, he got a little.
It's Mr. Ass.
Mr. Ass.
He's an ass man.
Okay.
I told you earlier today that I used to be an ass man. And then I met you and I was like, got them things. It's Haku! The legendary Haku, part of Samoan Dynasty. I'm not good enough to tell you which relative this is. King Tonga, King Haku.
He moves so authentically. I like it.
Let's see if I could figure out the.
He came out and started beating up on Taker and Kane like it was nothing. That's so fun. Ew. My God, it's so much blood though.
Yeah.
I'm not really squeamish. I just feel like it is gross looking though. Like, holy cow.
Absolutely.
He must actually feel something from that.
Yeah, I can't figure out. I'm terrible. The Anoa'i dynasty, the Anoa'i family's tough to follow. I know he's in it. I'm not sure. I can't tell you who's uncle or cousin or whatever he is.
Okay.
I want to say that he is a non-blood relative to. I think he married one of the Anoa'i women. I think.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but he's a legend. Dude's a legend. And
yeah, I mean, he's been out here and he's holding his own against Taker and Kane. It's pretty fun.
And he's from yesteryear. He's like not quite. He wasn't quite as like. He's not like Honky Tonk Man, quite, but he's not far from it.
Sure.
And he's holding his own. And
yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, Haku was always fun. I loved the hair. Like as a kid,
his hair's
it was
great.
always just fun. Like the massive head of hair. It always it got me over. It got him over with me rather. Nothing ever gets me over. What am I talking about? We only have one more person to come out.
Yeah, that's
and we
true.
have six participants still in this match.
Yep.
Bloodied Stone Cold, Rock, Billy Gunn, Kane, Taker, and Haku. And
Stone Cold has not even made it to the ring yet.
The last person coming down to the ring. 2, 1.
Who we got?
It's Rikishi.
Rikishi.
So this is Rikishi after Too Cool. Rikishi tried to murder Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Whoa.
And claimed that he did it for The Rock. And so because of the family ties.
Yeah.
So Rikishi's uber heel right now. Rock is sort of a tweener. Stone Cold is super babyface. Everybody loves him. And now he's getting his sweet revenge against Rikishi. As you can see, The Rock and Rikishi Stone Cold and Rikishi going at it. Stone Cold has made it to the ring. He's stomping.
Inadvertently, Stone Cold fit the scheme of red, black, and white.
With all the blood. Yeah, not a lot of color in this ring. Mr. Ass is the most colorful with them gold tights.
With his gold.
But,
with his golden
everybody's
ass.
in the ring now. So here you go. There's your entire landscape.
Right.
Who's your winner? Who are you picking? Who do you think? Who do you want? Oh, Haku's eliminated. So now you have one less choice.
As I said from the beginning, I would love for The Rock to take it away.
Okay, so you want The Rock to win? Who do you think wins this? You have some of the biggest names. I mean, you have 4 of the biggest names in wrestling in there.
I wish I knew more of the story going into this. That would help me say more
of course,
definitively.
That's sort of always our problem.
Because now I'm taking a stab in the dark, really.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say, who's won the most Royal Rumbles? Who holds that record?
At this point, I don't want to tell you.
Why?
I know, and even if they say, because I don't know, it's hard. I don't know what information to disclose for me because we're watching Royal Rumbles out of order.
Yeah. Okay.
But there have been very few people who have won the Royal Rumble 3 or more times, and those participants are in this ring.
Really?
I mean, you're talking about like you have 4 of the biggest names in wrestling:
yes.
Kane, Taker, Stone Cold, and The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and bye, Undertaker.
He wouldn't have been my pick. He would not have been my pick.
Rikishi just eliminated Taker.
I'm standing behind The Rock. The Rock is who I want and who will win. Is my pick from the beginning to now. I'm a loyalist.
So you're going Rock all the way?
I'm going Rock hard.
You heard it here, folks. Alexandra Hoy going Rock hard. That's your new T-shirt, going Rock hard. We're making that. It's a picture of you and it says going Rock hard on it. Is that inappropriate? Will you let me sell that in the shop?
It's fine.
All right, that's our next T-shirt. Because you love The Rock so hard that Alexandra Hoy is going Rock hard.
I feel like I don't understand what's happening.
Rikishi's
is Rikishi helping him or trying to get him out?
No, he is. He's setting him up.
Oh no!
Setting up The Rock.
No. People must have gotten so much pink eye. Yeah.
Oh,
nut shot.
Blow.
Nut shot. His little Rikishis.
No, that's the Usos in there. Oh, his
Bye.
Usos. And he's gone. So now we're down to the final 4.
Okay, well, Lips is going to leave. Why do I hear a motorcycle?
Because Taker's bike is leaving.
Oh my God.
Taker's driving out of here.
He left on the bike. That's so dumb.
I mean, you can't leave it down there.
Get rid of the stupid bike. Get rid of it.
Almost goes for a stunner. Nope. Oh, Mr. Ass goes for the famouser. Oh, he hits Stone Cold with a famouser. His finisher move gives him the finger.
Him off.
Gives him a finger.
Wow. It's a dirty.
I mean, there's a lot of finger
dirty.
flicking. Oh, but wait, no. Stone Cold reverses it.
I mean, obviously, I saw that coming.
We're down to the final 3. Kane, who, by the way, Kane lasts like a record 53 minutes in this match.
Okay, so now I know he's not going to win.
That's not true. How do you know that the match didn't end at his 53 minutes?
I don't know.
I told you previously in the match that we watched where Rey Mysterio won that he was in it for a record amount of time and won that match.
Sure.
The fact that he's in a record might tell you that Kane wins this.
He might. And I believe that.
That shot of Austin in the corner.
Oh my God, he's so bloody.
So all 3 participants are just left laying in opposite corners.
It looks like paint. It looks like paint on his face.
It's very red. That shot.
I assume they're both baby faces.
There's people that like both, but Austin is over way more.
Yeah.
But these 2 guys have the greatest wrestling chemistry of all time.
Yeah.
Next to maybe, in my opinion, Brett and Sean.
Sure.
But these 2 guys they just have all that chemistry. The second that they start throwing punches, the whole audience, it's just you're captivated.
Yeah.
The way that Austin just took that big slap from Rock, that one where he spits on his hand, is so fun. Rock sent him up for the rock bottom.
I'm seeing kind of for the first time some of these moves, so I'm kind of I'm captivated, so I'm a little quiet.
Right, no, that's fair. Well, the rock bottom is his finisher. There's the stunner. That's Austin's finisher, and the Rock takes a stunner better than anybody. The Rock takes a stunner on his knees, but then bounces over.
Yeah, that was great.
Does a headstand, flings himself upside down, and now all he has to do is get him up and over, and then it would only be down to 2.
No,
Kane has just been hanging out there.
No, yeah, Kane, get him out. Say you're done, boy. Go clean up your bloody face.
You're done, boy.
I don't like it.
Oh, Luthez press.
Ooh, okay, so Stone Cold is just beating the crap out of Kane right now. Does he have a tattoo of Texas on his leg?
Probably.
Gross.
You know what? I don't think I've ever really noticed that, but yeah, I think you might be right.
Listen, I was born in Texas. I can say that that's gross. I don't know.
You're allowed to say that's gross even if you're not born in Texas. You can be as mean to Texas as you want.
It was
really.
just a dumb tattoo to me. It has like a bowl on it. I don't know.
He hits the rock bottom.
Come on,
on Austin in the middle of the ring.
Rock.
There's not this is at a point now where everybody's out of steam.
Yes.
Anybody can kind of...
2 of these 3 men have been in here for a very long time, and Stone Cold had his ass beat before he even got in. So, there's a lot of high stakes happening right now.
Fair.
Everyone's,
I think Rock entered 13 maybe.
Everyone's at the end of their rope in that way. Oh my gosh.
Oh, big man's going. Nope.
Not over the top.
What happened?
Kane went through the middle of the rope.
And therefore, not eliminated.
All he is out of the ring. He's not there to help as Stone Cold gets up with his bloody face.
And now we're getting a replay
hands.
That's actually a picture-in-picture and not the whole screen like previous.
That was so weird before.
It was very weird. And it wasn't even something really... It was Taz getting eliminated. It wasn't even something worth replaying that first time.
Who cares?
But
totally. Okay, so they're just going...
This is
shot for shot, punching each other in the face.
Just everything they've got. Oh, nope.
Oh, no.
He's got him up.
No.
Rock's
I'm
going
very
over.
upset.
Oh, wait. Rakes the eyes. The Rock rakes the eyes of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Dirty, but I like it. Be dirty. Rake them.
Break them? What, his eyeballs?
I said rake them.
Oh, and now the tables have turned. Nope. But wait, look who's from behind.
God damn it. Kane, no.
Kane dumps over the Rock, but Austin hangs on.
Right.
And it's down to Kane.
Now I'm rooting for Kane, obviously. Let's do it, Kane. You've made it this far.
Austin is he's just annihilating
Kane has been in this match for so long. I will say he deserves it.
Oh.
Let's go, dude. That's right.
Kane's got him. You got him in the grips for the choke slam.
You got him by the neck. Yeah.
Delivers a choke slam. Literally, Austin's shoes are untied. There's always
it's been
shoelace
for a
malfunctions.
Yeah. He needs to double tie them.
That shot. Just that bloody face.
Ugh.
Kane calling for a tombstone. And this is also, you'll notice, this is Ginger Kane, too. His hair isn't dyed black. You haven't noticed that. We haven't talked about it.
But it's not super ginger.
It's dark enough.
It's just like a mousy brown.
Mousy brown. Wasn't that your lounge singer name?
Mousy Brown.
Mousy Brown.
Ooh.
Oh,
why is he holding his nuts?
Because he just got kicked in the nuts. Austin just kicked Kane and his little baby demons.
We've had so many nicknames for getting kicked in the nuts in this particular show.
Yeah, he's not going rock hard. I'll tell you that much. And he rolls out through the bottom ropes to the outside.
That was cold, Stone Cold.
So now that your pick is gone,
I'm rooting for Kane.
You're rooting for Kane. Do you think Kane's gonna win?
He's gonna take it.
Yeah,
he's gonna take it all the way.
Oh, he's introducing a steel chair.
He got a chair. He's fed up. He's done. He's had enough of these shenanigans.
I mean, not for nothing, but Stone Cold
Daddy is mad.
He got attacked before he even entered the ring. He got blooded before he entered the match.
Good.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like he was being dirty earlier, so it's just desserts.
Irish whip, big reversal. Kane's got him up.
Come
Going
on.
for a tombstone. Nope. Big reversal. And there's the stunner. Kane takes a stunner, but now you got to get him up. You can't pin him.
Right. He's a big dude.
That's a big dude.
That's a big guy.
That's a whole lot of beef to try to get up over that rope.
How you going to do it?
Austin reaching for a chair now. Reaching for the chair that Kane introduced.
Oh.
Kane sits up out of the tombstone, kind of Taker-like.
It was very Taker-like.
Well, Kane used to do that as well. When, because that was always Taker's thing. And then when Kane debuted, he did that.
Watch out, Kane. You're going to get beat. Oh my gosh. That sounded stiff. So did that one.
Just those shots to the head.
He's getting hit
unprotected
in the face.
Hand is not up. He is just hitting him in the face with the chair.
Ow. Oh my God.
Dumps him over the top rope. And the glass breaks. And Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Boo. Boo.
Listen to this audience.
No.
Stone Cold wins the 2001 Royal Rumble to Alexandra's dismay.
2001 was a tragic enough year. I didn't need this happening too.
You know what? That was always, listen, JR was really good at getting things across as getting, little phrases.
Yes.
And he would always say he was the toughest son of a bitch and that, Stone Cold will walk through hellfire and brimstone to get to, wherever he needed to be. And this was that in its purest.
Which he literally did.
He literally walked through
fighting some demons.
Fighting demons, walked through hellfire and brimstone to win the 2001 Royal Rumble.
So bloody.
I love it. I love it so hard. I mean, I love, Austin is just, he has that thing. Even when I didn't like him, even when I was still rooting for The Rock or somebody against him.
He just opened a Budweiser.
Oh, this was his shtick. Have you never seen him just open beers and look, people throwing beers around?
That's dangerous. He could get smacked in the face with
that. There was a lot of that. There you go. There's Austin at his best. Clanking beers together.
And you wonder
Austin
why
salute.
I don't like him.
The beer salute.
And he's just downing a Budweiser right now.
Can I say that my least favorite thing about being in events in the 2000s and late 90s was getting beer on me?
Ew, yeah.
Because Sandman...
Beer does not smell good.
So a lot of people claim that the Austin character was a ripoff of Sandman from ECW, which is a similar... But Austin could wrestle. Sandman was just this train wreck of a human being.
How everyone's excited, so they're like flicking him off.
Yeah. Well, that's his thing. That's his thing. You give the salute. The Austin salute is what that was.
So how dirty do you think we're going to get on current day plot lines? Like, people are trying to draw parallels a little bit to like Stone Cold and Becky. It's like, we're never going to see this dirty level of like bloody beer guzzling fights.
First off, WWE publicly traded company. They have to appease sponsors. They have to appease shareholders. Like, we're never going to get this level of attitude ever again. We might. I think that they're actively already trying to introduce a little bit more of an edgier product.
Right.
We're getting a little bit more blood.
Less PG.
We're getting a little bit more risque. But we're still never going to get like attitude era. And I'm glad because it takes away from some of the creativity because some stuff becomes low hanging fruit.
Totally, and that's what I mean by dick jokes. It's like I certainly appreciate the energy that this era brings.
Sure.
Like and again, there's an authenticity to the fact that like there's not as like many clownish characters.
Sure,
but. Antithetical to that, you have just all the low-hanging fruit dick joke, kind of like beer guzzling bullshit that just doesn't. So it's I'm very divided.
But you and I are also a type, though.
I'm very divided on this era. I'm like still like it's a hit and a miss for me sometimes.
Sure. So where does this rank as far as like Rumbles?
I mean, it's not my favorite.
Really? Oh my God. It's literally considered one of the funnest Rumbles.
It's up there. It might even be,
But is it just because of the winner?
Yeah, of course.
So the winner really dictates whether you enjoy a Rumble.
Yes.
So you are not the kind of person who was going to be like, oh, that was a really fun match if the winner wasn't your outcome.
I love how far The Rock made it, and that was really fun. And I did love the energy of the final people that were in the ring in the last 5-10 minutes. But yeah, Stone Cold won, so therefore, fuck this.
All right. So what were your favorites and least favorite moments?
My favorite and least favorite moments.
You're tugging on.
I really loved Triple H beating the shit out of Stone Cold.
All right.
And I loved
Triple H was like so heel at this time too.
Yeah.
Which is it's so weird that you're like, yeah. You're rooting for heels. You're a real heel rooter.
Maybe.
We've talked about this already. You do love a heel.
I do love a good heel, one. But I also loved, of course, The Rock from beginning to end, and he's a babyface, right?
No, he was a tweener. I mean, Austin, you heard the reaction?
You know what? He did have some dirty shots, too.
Yeah, Austin.
Little Rikishi's,
at this point,
little Usos.
There were always people who were fans of The Rock, always. But at this point, I would argue that this crowd was not as 50-50 as it was maybe 80-20. You mean? Like, because they always painted Stone Cold as this, like, God, everybody's trying to keep him down. He's always getting one over on Vince. You know, The Rock at some point aligns himself with Vince, and he's the corporate champion. And you know, Stone Cold always, the reason he was who he was, and people have said this countless times, is like he
just did what he wanted.
People sat home and thought like, God, I wish I could fucking chug beer, flip off my boss, kick him in the stomach, and then give him a stunner.
You know what?
Like, and it's
that is pretty awesome.
And
I will say, like
that
that spirit of being like, fuck the man.
Yes.
But you know what? I want to just say that like the way he does it is what doesn't win me over to a degree. Like CM Punk, I would argue, right, would have had the same sort of approach to this industry.
And that's why I said earlier that you and I are a type.
We are a type. I'm straight edgy.
We're a bunch of fucking Yankee.
We're nerds.
Yeah, we're a bunch of Yankee fucking nerds who tree hugging, and we're not into beer drinking. We're not into the Southern culture.
So that is part of it. I think that's where he loses me a bit.
And I'm able to separate.
I'm all about anti-corporation. I'm all about like fuck the man. But yeah,
but I am
fuck Budweiser.
I'm able to separate like the style that Stone Cold was for the message that Stone Cold was.
And I appreciate the message. I appreciate the message.
And he was just so damn fun to watch. Like,
oh, absolutely.
The dude.
I mean, I'm also laying it on a little thick here. You know,
the attitude, like the fact when he walks out of that ring, shaking his head with that look on his face. Guys don't do even today. Like I struggle to find somebody who, when they walk down the ring, no
one has quite that spirit.
And it's about that. I always say this, and it's annoying that this is called the attitude era because attitude has been used. Like that word doesn't mean anything anymore, and that's my problem. Is that
it shouldn't be tired?
But what I'm getting at, and what I'm getting at is that nobody has a fucking attitude anymore. When they come to the ring, nobody really has that. Like it's either like the smug villain who's like,
hey,
like, you know, like
Becky is bringing some attitude. Thank you very much.
Becky's doing absolutely the best she can, and for sure,
lady,
and you know, I think that
is doing it.
That people don't give Seth Rollins enough credit for the attitude.
Seth has had some tude,
but it's all about the look.
Yeah, the fire in the eyes.
Yeah, fire in the eyes. But anyways, well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Alexandra didn't, but whatever.
I did.
Her. She did.
No, I did. It was awesome.
She did get rock hard.
I did get really rock hard.
Or go rock hard. Go rock hard. I forgot. We have to listen back to remember what the t-shirt is. Speaking of t-shirts, please check out DragonMagShop.com. If you're enjoying us yap about Rumbles during Rumbles with you and rumbling, then your best way to support the show is to check out the shop and buy a t-shirt. There's like I said, there's the Jaro Rumbles shirt, which is awesome. There's also a really cool minimalist me, you, plus 30 design that is
deep cut, you know?
That's just very vague.
Like,
yeah, people won't.
People are like, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a cool text design. All of them have the cool distressed looks. They look like cool vintage shirts. Please check them all out at DragonMagShop.com. Make sure you're following myself at Liquid Jake on Twitter and at Jake Lloyd on Instagram.
And hit me up at Alexandra Hoy, Hoey.
On both Twitter and Instagram. And if you're using those platforms to talk about our show, please use hashtag #MeYouAnd30. Hashtag #MeYouAnd30. And what else? Apple reviews. Please, if you're listening to the show, head over to Apple. It takes just a couple seconds. Leave a review. Those reviews are just absolutely clutch.
They really are.
Without those reviews, we're not going to get over.
People. Yeah.
We're not getting over.
We're not getting over.
You got to go and put us over.
Yeah.
Go put us over. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Love you.
We love you to death. And by that, I mean like wrestling style death.
I was going to say, God.
Where you like
this escalated quickly.
Where you come back not shortly after.
I'm rock hard for you guys.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. I'm sitting here with Cheryl Jones, host of the Movies Made Me podcast. How's it going, Cheryl?
Fine. How are you?
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about your podcast?
Yes. We talk about the movies that have influenced you to be who you are.
That sounds like a really hard thing to decide on.
It is. What's one of your influential movies?
Oh, hands down, one of my most influential movies is City Slickers.
I knew that because you've been on my show.
It's true. Oh, it's all a facade.
Hollywood.
How do people listen?
They can listen at mmmpodcast.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, and iHeartRadio.
It's Dragon Wagon.